New Jersey Governor Chris Christie's camp is pushing back hard against claims that his administration threatened to withhold Superstorm Sandy relief funds for political reasons. Hoboken Mayor Dawn Zimmer says Christie administration officials indicated that her city would not receive aid if she failed to support a development project favored by the governor. In one of several handwritten notes about the governor that she has made public, Mayor Zimmer wrote, "I thought he was honest. I thought he was moral. I thought he was something very different. This week, I found out he's cut from the same corrupt cloth that I've been fighting for the last 4 years. I am so disappointed. It literally brings tears to my eyes." Joining me now, Mayor Dawn Zimmer. Thank you, Madam Mayor, for being here this morning. I know you're kind of fighting losing your voice, so hopefully you won't in the middle of this interview. Let me ask you first. This happened early last year, correct? In May of last year, when a couple of officials, said to you, "Listen, Sandy relief aid will, in fact, may be jeopardized if you don't go along with this redevelopment plan." Why are you here now?
Well, back in May when, the lieutenant governor came and very directly said to me that these two things are connected, I didn't think anyone would believe me. I really didn't. I mean, I do, looking back, I probably should have come forward, but I really didn't think anyone would believe me. And quite frankly, if I came forward, no one believes me, then I'm going to put Hoboken in an even worse position. And my number one priority as the mayor of Hoboken is to fight to make sure that we can get as many Sandy funds as possible. That's my number one priority. And I was really concerned that if I came forward, no one believed me, that we would really be cut out of the Sandy funding. But as I watch the coverage with the Bridgegate, you do see parallels. And I just felt, I had an obligation to come forward. And as I look at the second tranche of funding that's coming through, I'm concerned we're going to be cut out.
So, but we have seen since this happened in May, which you recorded in your diary, we have seen you compliment the mayor. We have seen you several months later say in a tweet, "I'm so glad that Chris Christie is our governor." So can you square that for me? Because, as you know, coming at this point, that what the Chris Christie office says is this is just politics. Why can this not be seen through a political lens?
Well, that's part of the reason that this was so hard, is because I did have a really good relationship, and so I couldn't believe that they were doing this. The bottom line is the Christie administration's response is one, deflection. I mean, the major question is, did they connect Sandy funding, Hoboken Sandy funding, to the Rockefeller project? The fact is, that is what they did. I'm coming forward. I'm sharing my story directly. I'm here talking to you. I'm sharing my journal. I'm offering to testify under oath. What are they doing? They're hiding behind spokespeople. And in fact, the lieutenant governor was reached directly by the Bergen Record, and she declined to comment. And I believe if and when she is asked to testify under oath, the truth will come out, because I believe she will be truthful and she will tell the truth.
Okay. Anything that connects directly to Chris Christie on this? I mean, I understand that he had a relationship with that you're talking to his lieutenant governor, that you're talking to others in his administration, that he has a relationship with this Rockefeller group. But did he ever say anything to you? Did you ever not get funds? I know you didn't get everything you wanted, but I imagine that's true of most cities in New Jersey.
Well, I think we really got shortchanged on the funding, and we've been saying from the very start that we have severe needs and that we need to look at this comprehensively, and we've been asking them again and again. The fact is that she came, the lieutenant governor pulled me aside, and she said, essentially, you got to move forward with the Rockefeller project. This project is really important to the governor. And she said that she had been with him on Friday night and that this was a direct message from the governor.
So she said that to you.
She said that to me, is that this is a direct message from the governor. I was with him on Friday night.
Again, if this happens in May, you've got a city that was just devastated by Superstorm Sandy that needs these funds and needs them immediately, not, 2 or 3 years from now. So in May, you have this conversation, and the lieutenant governor says to you, this is a direct message from Chris Christie, get behind this project, or funds may be in jeopardy for your recovery. And then in August, I think, is when you tweeted, "I'm so glad he's governor of New Jersey." It's just hard to put those two things together.
Well, again, I mean, I had to, basically almost set aside what she said to me because it is unbelievable, but it's true. It's true, and I'm coming forward, and I just didn't feel that we were going to be able to get the funding. I was concerned that people weren't going to believe me. I mean, it's stunning, it's outrageous, but it's true, and I stand by my word. And like I said, I'm willing to testify under oath. And I think when she testifies under oath, we're going to see, if she's asked to testify under oath, I think we're going to see the truth come out, because I believe she will be truthful under oath. And I think, you look at their response, they did not respond to the number one question. Are they linking Hoboken Sandy funding to the Rockefeller project? The fact is they are. And my number one priority, again, is to do what's right for Hoboken, to make sure that we can get that Sandy funding. And, at the time, I just didn't think that anyone would believe me. But I'm coming forward as we look at these parallels. The parallels are that you have, the Christie administration using their authority to try and get something. I don't know what they were trying to get in the Bridgegate, but I do know what they were trying to get in Hoboken. They're holding our Sandy funds hostage in order to push through and expedite the Rockefeller project.
I did speak to someone inside the governor's office this morning, and they said, listen, our first pot was $300 million. The request from Hoboken was $100 million. They got $70 million. And they said, when you look across the state of New Jersey, all of these places were hurting and needed more money than at that point obviously they had. That $70 million out of a $300 million pot at that point is pretty good. It's almost a third of the funds.
Well, actually, the $70 million that the governor is taking credit for, the majority of that is from the flood insurance program that residents and businesses have paid themselves. They're paying premiums and they're getting those flood insurance programs. So that has nothing to do with the $70 million. And the bottom line is we applied for over $100 million and we got just a little bit more than 300,000. Those numbers stand. I mean, so they're playing games with the numbers, and it's a deflection.